Your mouth, exhale. Breathe big, inhaling through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. You are here. You have arrived. One more breath in. And exhale it out. Dropping the chin down towards the chest. Sweeping the ear off to the right side. Make your way through center with the head and the neck, and then eventually the left ear drops over the left shoulder. Move through center. Let's repeat. To the right, side bending through the neck. Through center and side bending to the opposite side. Don't worry about your lefts and your rights. I'll cue it, but just make sure you are giving attention to both sides. Let the chin drop through center, and let's pick the head and neck up. And beginning to become a little bit more in tune with where you're sitting, so your sitting bones. Notice what it feels like if you tip your weight forward in front of those sitting bones, right where your hamstrings attach. And then bring your weight to the back edge of those same sitting bones. Do it one more time. Rock forward to just in front of the sitting bones, and then come right to the back side. Let's find in the middle. So evenly spaced, weight is distributed pretty equally between the front and the back. And from this space, starting at the root, at the base here, staying connected with both of the sitting bones, let's lift our shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale to drop them down for 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. Breathing in, lift shoulders up. And exhaling, take your time. You have permission to take as much time as you need to move through these really intentional movements. Last time. As we activate the lymphatic system, we pair that kind of self-massage with movement. So right shoulder up, back, and down 3 times. And then hitting the brakes, can we go in the opposite direction? We love the mobility of that shoulder blade or scapula. So important for the health of our shoulders. Left shoulder up, melt it back down, and let's create those circles, up, back, and down. Keeping everything else in the upper body quiet, meaning no helpers, just the shoulder blade gliding on the rib cage. Reverse it to the other direction if you have not already. And then from this space, take the hands behind your body, uncrossing the ankles if they happen to look like mine. And we'll all meet here in a bear sit. So the feet are wider than your hips. We'll support the body behind. And then let the knees drop right to left. And it does not need to look any particular way. This is completely organic in the way that you're moving, helping to stimulate, again, movement through the lower extremity to help promote that recovery, fluid balance. Eventually, really nice job here. Let's come back through the center and then taking the hands to the tops of the knees, rounding through the back, and then lifting up through the chest. So a seated variation of spinal segmentation. You might know this as cat and cow stretch. But we are moving through one dimension of the spine. So bending forward and arching backwards. And then from here, taking one more round through the upper back, chin to chest, sitting up really tall here. Find what feels like neutral, and then let's take all of our knees, everyone, and find our left side. Finding our left side, hands either side of that front leading leg. And if you peek at your feet, can you flex your toes towards the shin bones? So let's all reset that. Point the toes, and then bring the toes back through the center. Again, release the ankle joints, point them, and then pull the toes towards the shins. Make space between your toes. Even if you've done this 90-90 setup in another training or stretching or mobility session. Let's pretend, imagine, as if this is the very first time. Connecting through this trail leg. Give a gentle, gentle, gentle press down of this trail leg, the knee, down into the floor or the mat. Let's hold that by pressing downwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release any effort that you're placing through the trail leg. And then walk this left arm out just a little bit wider, coming flat onto the hand with the right arm. Scoop it up and over, and we'll flow here. Up and over, integrating the neck if that feels like a natural movement for you. We'll take 5 rounds here. So the lower half of my body really isn't moving, it's staying put. And we're moving the T-spine, side body, rib cage and shoulder. Last time, we'll stay here. Top hand, let's spin the palm down if it's not there already. And then we're gonna reach fingertips as if someone is gently tugging the arm on a diagonal. Breathing in and breathing out. Practicing yoga does not need to be fancy. We just need to come to our practice with intention, with mindfulness, being here in this moment, and really looking to explore through our breath and through movement. Any movements at the top arm, and then from this space, take the top arm to the back of the head. Reach the elbows all the way up. This might be tricky. If this is too deep, come up and unbend the elbow, okay? Take an inhale breath. Exhale, reaching your elbow towards me, round inwards. Breath in, open up the chest. Exhale, reach the elbow forward towards me. Lifting up and lengthening. And then from here, reach the top hand back up towards the ceiling. Press into the bottom hand to lift up. Yeah, how are we doing here? Reach towards me. Okay, reaching as if you're gonna shake my hand. The thumb is pointing upwards. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hollow through the body, round through the upper chest, and drop the chin. Yes, take the hands down. We'll move hand over hand right through the center. And then we're gonna make our way back through the middle, through bear pose, and transition now to the right. I'm just gonna change my position so that it's easier to see me. So now with the right shin bone in the front, peek at the hip joints. Are we finding 90-degree ankles at the knees? Let's all point our ankles and then draw them up towards the shin bone. So easy, gentle movement, flexion, and pointing, eventually finding 90-90. And with the hands on either side of the body, take a nice full inhale here to get a little bit taller. Back leg, whatever the trail leg is in the back, mine just happens to be my left, gently pressing down into the mat, creating that connection. We're gonna feel some muscles light up in that back hip. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release whatever effort you are placing through that trail leg. And then with this top arm, can we scooch it out to the side so that we're coming out of our hip joints? There's a little bit more spaciousness. With that left arm, or whichever leg is in the back, don't get hung up on that. We're gonna flip the front palm as you breathe in. Float the arm up and over. Get that side body stretch. Let's take a few here, moving dynamically. Eventually, we will find stillness here. Last time, all the way over. I'm gonna drop my elbow. If that feels good in your body, you can stay connected and you can breathe fully and deeply. Stay here. Know that this is an option. Options are important because in this practice of yoga, this is the time where I invite you to do what feels good in your body. doesn't need to look like, excuse me, the next person. All right, from here, energetic reach of that top side, okay? So my left hand is really reaching as if someone is pulling my wrist joint, but I'm staying grounded in the bottom half of my body. Take one more deep breath wherever you are. Open your mouth to exhale. Can we bend the top elbow? Placing the hand to the back of the head. Make a connection here. Head to hand, hand to the back of the head. Open up the chest space. Let's move here. Heart center is our focus, mid-back. Elbow reaches round inwards. Inhale, open up. Exhale, energetically reach your elbow towards me. You've got this. And inhale to open up. Exhale to soften. Last time, breath in. Extending the top arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Come up onto the hand if you're not there already. Taking the top hand, let's reach towards me. Get that handshake ready to go. Reach. Stay heavy in that bottom hip. Take a breath. As you exhale, chin to chest, begin to hollow out the torso as you reach, reach. Yes, deep breath. Exhale, take the hand down and walk hand over hand back through the center. Let's slide this back trail leg right in front, opening up to a side or half straddle. Left leg is extended. We'll pull the right foot right into the body. Hands behind. Let's all start here. Finding the space on your sitting bones once more. So just as we started, can we rock our weight slightly forward? Could feel a little bit kind of crunchy and not as fluid. And then untuck and come to the back side. And just notice and feel. Doesn't need to feel or look a particular way. Can you find midway between those 2 points? Stay here. Let's all take a deep breath. Sitting tall, our best posture. Seal your lips and see if you can practice what's called an Ujjayi breath, a yoga breath. In and out through the nose, brings lots of blood flow out into the body, which is ideal for our recovery benefits. Great. Walk the hands forward, taking this back left hand, bring it right across, shin bone, knee, or even in the front. We're gonna take a gentle twist towards the bent knee. One of the challenges that I find for athletes is worrying about how does a particular shape or pose look. Let it go. How does it feel? Okay. Lifting. As you exhale, fully exhale. And maybe you can take up a little more space in your twist. Breathe in. Exhale. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling. And then lift the hands back through center. Float them all the way up. Can you sit back? And then change the cross of your legs. Let's reset to the other side, keeping the right foot, or whichever is the lengthened foot. Keep it energetic by pointing toes upwards towards the ceiling. Fingertips will start behind the body. Rock to the back of your sitting bones and then shift to the front of the sitting bones. Micro movement, keep it small. Rocking forward, rocking backwards, and then find the center, what feels like the midway between a tilt forward and a tilt back. Can we open up through the chest space? Okay, and what I mean by that is right across the chest, we have this bone where all of the ribs connect. Imagine that there's a little string that's pulling upwards and lifting that space. It's a back bend, believe it or not. Back bending, deep breath. And exhaling. Good. All right, from here, back arm, the one that's posted up behind on the same side as the leg, bring it right across the body. We'll find our twist. So to the knee, shin, right out in front. Any of those that fit your mobility today in this present moment. Explore a full exhale breath. So as you rotate towards the bent knee, are you fully exhaling? Inhaling, get tall. Exhale to unwind. Good, let's bring it back through the center, finding that bear pose once more. So feet out wider than the hips, and just let the knees drop right to left. Fabulous. Let's come up and over the legs, find a child's pose. So in a traditional yoga class, we would qualify a child's pose as rest. This may not be restful in all bodies, so I'm going to give some options here. Take the knees super, super wide here. And then as you find that space, walk the hands forward and find a tabletop pose. Lengthen through the crown of your head, so reach this way as your tailbone reaches back, keeping your back as flat as you would as if something super expensive was there and you do not want it to fall off your back and break. Okay, take a deep breath here. Exhale, hips towards the heels. Stop when you need to stop. Breath in, reset. Exhale, hips back. Again, be mindful of where that end point is. Third one. So you may be here. Okay. We may be hips towards the heels. We may be reaching the fingertips all the way out, or we can certainly take fist on top of fist and find a brief moment of rest. Take an expansive breath through the nose. Feel the ribs press into the tops of the thighs. And then exhale. Keep exhaling all the way to empty. And then let's all come forward, bringing the knees right underneath the hip joints. And then from this space, let's drop the chin down, rounding through the upper back. Staying here, breathe here, right between the shoulder blades. Exhale, let's drop the front of the body down towards the mat. Find a flat back, looking over the right shoulder and then over the left shoulder. Return to the center, finding fists for wrists. Extend the right leg out long and get a little shuffle front and back into the calf, the back sides of the legs. Find stillness here. Re-engage the torso, pull the front half of the body up towards the back half of the body. Can we float this leg without using your back? Glutes, hamstrings, float. Okay, that heel is reaching back with energy, and then tap the toes down towards the floor. Same deal, prepare to move, breath in, and then float the heel, exhale. Sweeping that right leg, bring it out to the side and the foot will come down onto the ground. Walk the hands towards the body and then reach the hands out in opposition. Flipping your left hand, let's tip towards the leg that's supported on the mat. Yeah. Bring it back to the center. And then one more time, tip towards the right foot. Side body stretch. As you breathe, we'll lengthen through the spine once more, open the chest space. And then as you exhale, dive the hands back down. We'll slide the right leg back. And then the same sequence on the left side. Send the left toes back. Get a rock forward and back. And then finding stillness, engaging the ribs in. Float the left heel. Hold here, breath in. Tap the toes down, breath out. Hip extension. Again, lift, float the heel. This time we'll send the left leg all the way out to the side, placing it down onto the floor or to your mat. And then walking in, find gate pose. In our gate pose, we'll press into that outer foot. Okay, that arch of that left leg or left foot is going to get a gentle lift. Take a breath. Right hand flips. Exhale. Side body stretch. Stay here, breathing in and breathing out. Recenter. Inhale. And taking one more rep here. Breathing in, come back to the center. Let's bend the elbows, open the chest. Maybe the fingers drop back a little bit and the elbows pull forwards. And then from this space, we'll dive it downwards and come into a comfortable seat. We're gonna end our practice. And I encourage you to explore lying on your back. If lying on the back is just something you're not comfortable doing, you have a choice, especially if you are experiencing allergies or colds or any sort of stuffiness or sinus, then stay upright, just like this. Ending every practice with 2 minutes of stillness. And your job here, truly, your job here is to do nothing. Just be present. So finding your way onto your back. I'm going to sit upright here so I can talk to you. And once you get yourself kind of cozy, let the arms and legs take up space. And in these 2 minutes, starting with an inventory of your physical body. Notice the heels connected down into the earth. Allow the legs to be heavy. As you bring your scan through the heel bones up into the shins and into the knees, allow the joints to soften, the muscles to explore ease without tension. Moving up into the glutes, the hips, hip flexors, allowing the space around the pelvis to soften, the belly to soften. We spend a lot of time engaging and connecting our abs. Allow yourself permission to let go. Observe your back body, feel it supported by the floor beneath you. The shoulders and the backs of the arms, welcomed and held by the floor or your mat. Allowing the head to become 1% heavier. As you do this, check in with the jaw, the space between the teeth. And finally, bringing awareness to your forehead, right between the eyebrows. We hold a lot of expression here. Can we bring our intention right to that little space there? Envision softness, ease, lightness. Return to your breath. And to close our practice, let's take 3 rounds of box breathing, meaning equal parts breath. Here we go. Let's breathe in for a count of 1. 2, 3, 4. Can you pause here and hold your breath for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Last time, breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, and then empty. Return into your breath. Reconnecting your awareness with your physical body, let's start to create some subtle movements, fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, all those little pops, cracks, and snaps that make us human. And as you are ready, we'll all meet in an upright seat. Take a deep breath. Let's all do this together. Inhale, shoulders lift. And exhale. So glad that you're here with me and practicing some mindful movement. I hope to see you again on your mat really soon. Thank you.